Send me your submissions, I'll rate your gameplay. If you take a bison, you get F's all day. I really want to rate gameplay with you. Please like and subscribe for your boy. Subscribe for your boy. Yeah! Rate My Gameplay is back. After 5 months, it is back. Episode 170. It's spooksy. And I might stop again after this, or I might keep going. I'm not sure. I'll get to spooksy in this run in a second and why we're doing it. But first, I want to explain, because Rate My Gameplay had a hardcore viewership for over 2 years. And I love making the videos. It was really like the backbone, the foundation of this channel. But it just got to a point where, even though I enjoyed doing it still, I didn't want it to be on my channel. I wanted to scale my uploads down to one video a week. Like one video every Sunday, and I just didn't want it to be Rate My Gameplay, and it just fell away. Again, I still love it. I know many people still love it. Maybe it'll come back at some point. Anyway, this run. Why are we doing this run today? Why is it back after 5 months? This is Spooksy. Belgian superstar Spooksy. We're making use of the new replay feature. He sent me the code, so we can watch his run straight off the Super Auto Pets app, which is awesome. Why are we watching this? Spooksy became a maximum rever, the highest level of membership on my channel, so any maximum revers that submit, I would still do for Rate My Gameplay. And on top of that, Spooksy is a gem. Many say he has the best rear end in the Super Auto Pets community, and I'm not going to argue with that. I'm also not going to get into it. Sometimes you just regret your wording on things. But anyone in the competitive scene knows Spooksy is an absolute superstar of a player. As a human, you meet people in online communities and you're like, I like that person, I don't like that person. Then you meet some people a level above where you're like, this is a real one. And Spooksy is a real one. And now let's get into this run. Look, it's a classic Rate My Gameplay. I've spent 2 minutes waffling before we've even pressed play. What are we watching? We're watching Spooksy versus Lightmare. My face might be in the way, but he's playing against Lightmare, a veteran player. This was a team to a set. Spooksy's team and Lightmare's team were meeting in the quarterfinals. And to put it simply, they were playing a best of 7. If Spooksy lost this set, his team was eliminated from playoffs. And I'm not going to spoil the result, but there's pressure, right? On top of that, this game we're watching, it was game 6, and Spooksy was down 3-2. So if he loses this match, season over for his team. I was watching this, but it was at 1:30 in the morning. Lath had just got to bed. And then I was like, man, I'm wrecked. And then I saw Spooksy was playing. I was like, I gotta watch. So I was kind of zombie mode. I remember very little of the match. And now with 3 minutes of successful waffling, we're going to jump in. We're watching Spooksy's point of view. Of course, he's got sailor's hats on his pets, which is always exciting. And as we get into this, it's going to be a slow start. Spooksy is from Belgium. And I thought, you know what? I don't know that much about Belgium. I know there was a guy that used to have a really cool afro that played for their soccer team. Football team, sorry. And I know they make chocolate and stuff. But then I started researching. So I was going to have a list of Belgian facts. And here's what I got. Belgium. Population of 12 million. So respectable. About half of Australia. And their soccer team, like football team, has been incredible at points, right? Which is pretty impressive for a country of 12 million. I thought that was good. And then here's the thing: their prime minister is called Bart de Wever, and if you look at him, he looks like a Hogwarts teacher. And I thought, what a likable looking fella he is, like a cute Hogwarts teacher, like not one of the bad ones, one of the likable ones. And then I started researching him. I don't like Bart de Wever very much. He's got this whole thing about, like, he's like a Flemish nationalist. Do you remember in my White Panther video where I was like making a joke that like Dutch and German and Belgian people just all are the same person in my head? It's been made more true after researching Belgium. With all due respect to my Dutch, German, and Belgian viewers, when you research Belgium, it's like, yeah, there's like, they're Belgium, but there's like a minority kind of like ethnic group, the Flemings, and there's a big German population, there's a Dutch-speaking population. I'm like, well, which one are you, brother? And then their prime minister's like very much so, he's a little bit anti-Islam, which is a common European sentiment at the moment. And then he's saying this stuff about Muslims. I'm like, brother, you've probably met 3 in your life. We're 5 minutes in. I haven't even spoke about the game. This is peak Rate My Gameplay. Let's just pause here. Spooksy, he's down to 3 lives. Spooksy always plays Turtle Pack. I should have mentioned this. His opponent, Lightmare, plays on random packs. Before the set, he has a bot and he'll press randomize and it'll be like game 1, Puppy Pack. Game 2, Danger Pack. Game 3, Turtle Pack, whatever. And then he has to follow that. So he's on Unicorn Pack. And Unicorn Pack is known for its scary late game, and Lightmare is on 6 lives, so he's guaranteed to see the late game. This is terrifying from Spooksy's perspective. He's got double rabbit, which is usually good, but it's slow here. It's slow. He's given up a huge life lead, and so he's gonna take a hedgehog. This is a tempo hedgehog. He just needs to save lives. He puts his big units at the back to avoid the tiger bug shenanigans here, but he's really okay, his tempo hedgehog does work despite the days from the mandrake. His dolphin is his buff target. This deer is tempo, and look, he's given up a life lead here. Spooksy's just I'm not going to translate to Belgian or Dutch or German. Yeah, but he's like, I just need to save some lives, man. I know I'll be at a disadvantage in the end game, but I just got to see the end game. And once again, Mandrake is proving useful, but not useful enough. This skunk is not as relevant as you might think. This Mermal is not long-term unless he hits an XP line. I don't know. Things are happening. We're moving fast. Lightman now has double Tiger Bug. But look at that. Spooksy has done his job. Spooksy's job was to preserve the 3 lives he'd gone down to, and he's just spent, what, 3 turns drawing? So well done to you, Mr. Spooksy. How do you say well done in Belgian? English to Belgian? What language do they speak in No, that's not a language. What language do they speak in Belgium? They speak Dutch, often referred to as Flemish in Belgium. What's the difference, man? Are you Dutch? Are you Flemish? Are you Belgian? I've spent 10 minutes researching. I feel like I know less about Belgium than I did at the start. Who are the Flemish people? Wait, pause. Who are the Flemish people? I mean, I know everyone gets a little bit Flemish when they're sick, but Flemish people, also known as Flemings, are a Germanic ethnic group primarily located in the Flanders region of Belgium. They speak Flemish Dutch, and that's 60% of the Belgians. So they're Germanic origin in Belgium speaking Dutch. Oh, my White Panther joke has aged terrifically. So what? Spooksy thought about a shark there. Baby shark do. And now he takes a cat. So remember what I said. The end game of Unicorn Pack is really scary because their ailment line, Manticore, Phoenix, Red Dragon, is terrifying to deal with. If I was playing Turtle Pack, I don't even know where I would begin to deal with it. So Spooksy decides 3 lives. The scaling I can get from a cat might be relevant against because you know the ailment line's coming. Lightmare still, he has 4 lives. He does get a Team Spirit. There's double Red Dragon. Ooh, that's scary. That's really scary. So I think Spooksy looks like he's gonna lose here, right? It's looking that way, and he does. Oh, this is not good for the Spooks, man. Once again, would like to apologize to all the Belgian Dutch viewers. Aren't you glad we waited 5 months for Rate My Gameplay to come back just for me to spend half the video talking about how I don't understand much, if anything. Am I recording? It would be fitting if I wasn't. I am recording. We're 10 minutes in. We're all worse for the experience. So here comes the Phoenix. So Lightmare has 4 lives to find a Manticore, and then this becomes problematic. Spooksy naturally has positioned his small units at the back, but I'll be honest, like, it's not like his units at the front are that big either. It's a big dolphin and a level 2 whale and a dream. So Spooksy, if you were paying attention, he's... Oh, it doesn't show it on a replay, but I do distinctly remember him thinking long and hard about positioning here. So he's going to rip this cow. It's relevant stats. If this whale dies, the dream is over. And he rolls down. Now this fly is tricky, right? You can't put it 5th or 4th, and then you can't really put it 3rd either. It's a messy situation. So what does Spooksy do here? He opts for this. There's a mammoth. This fly is really ambitious. This fly is really ambitious, and we're going to pause. There's the Manticore. There is the Manticore. I'm going to assume this Kitsune was Conpatoed. And now, like, I'm specifically talking to the arena-only players here. Something you don't get in arena is the pressure of a set combined with the mind games of this. How would you win this match if you're Spooksy? I want you to think about that. The back 2 units die predictably. And despite being on lethal, Spooksy survives again. I think... I'm no expert on these 2 packs, but I think definitely Lightmare is strongly favored here. So Spooksy has to figure his way through this problem. And this is just... I saw him do this and I was like, you naughty, naughty boy. He moves off the fly idea. He might think about a deer. No, he rolls. And he hits a mushroom. I thought he played this round a little bit weird, to be honest. But have a look at this. It's the forbidden back mammoth. Which is going to take... It's so good. And his big dolphin and big whale are enough. But wait a second. That's a lot of crisp and a lot of Manticore. But he gets through again. It's 2 lives for Lightmare. Spooksy's, remember, if he loses this, his team's season is over. It's hard to explain how much pressure would be on Spooksy here. And in comes Tiger. So the question becomes, do you Tiger whale? That would seem to be the thing. But why is Spooksy thinking Tiger Dolphin here? It's specifically to kill the Manticore start a battle. And that's an interesting thought. Now he's going to level just to make it safe in case there's a little bit of scaling coming here. And now he opts for this positioning. You can kill my Tiger start a battle. Scratch that. My Tiger will not die start a battle. You can crisp my whale. So I'm guessing he's calculated enough breakpoints. And there it is. You know what? I'm going to slow down the battles. I want us to enjoy this moment. Let's go. Manticore dead start a battle. Therefore, the whale, I wonder if it would have died there. Maybe, maybe not. I can't be bothered doing the math. Spooksy gets through once more. The back mammoth of doom. And now it's lethal v lethal. Unicorn Pack has so many tricks they can pull here. You are not out of the woods whatsoever. And so Spooksy's going to roll for... I'm not sure what improvements he'd look for. He goes Croc. That is interesting. And he's going to apple his... So wait, can I want to try to figure out what he was thinking here. I'm probably going to be so wrong. So he's going to move off the mammoth, which appears to have been doing good things for him. So I guess there's 2 thought processes. Number 1, this Croc could just straight out kill the Phoenix, start a battle. Second option, if he moves this to the back and gets a bit more health on it, it might survive the Tiger Dolphin, but then the Croc might finish the job. Or in conjunction, they'll finish the job. Potentially, maybe that was the thought process. I don't know, I'm just a guy. And then what does he do here? He goes for apple on deer. Which again, maybe he sees a breakpoint there. I'm not sure, but here we go. Lethal v Lethal. Does Spooksy season stay alive? And have a look at this. This was not going to be enough. Actually, it hits the Phoenix. But the third snipe from the Tiger Dolphin pops the melon. And wait, it's still not enough. The Manticore's alive on 1 HP, but it gets crisped. It kills itself. And Spooksy, not only did he keep his season's team alive for this one extra game, he went on to win Game 7. Spooksy, the clutch man that he is, the best rear end in the SAP community, an all-round good guy, and someone who is somewhere in the trifecta of Dutch, Belgian, and German. It's a square actually, because there's the Flanders. Did I say Fleming? I'm not even sure I'm awake at this point. This feels like a fever dream. Nope, we want to go here. The Rizzler is still here. I've been recording for 15 minutes, man. 16 minutes. Spooksy, tactically, I'm going to make the assumption you made some mistakes. I don't know what they were. I was too busy talking about your country. A-. Creativity. A back mammoth in a ranked game is a rare... It's almost a privilege that you get as a player. Like, oh, I can back mammoth into this. And I think this team you ran and the subtle changes you made throughout were incredible. And I'm going to give you A. And dominance, Spooksy, I think you are a dominant man. I think you're more than a dominant man. You're a man's man. That's what you are. You're A+, just because I like you. Overall, I'm giving you an A. If you're unfamiliar with Spooksy, in some capacity, for better or worse, you are now familiar with him. And this was Rate My Gameplay episode 170. I'll see you next week, or I'll see you in 5 months. Goodbye.